Ecclesiastes 8:12. He who sins does evil 100 times, and his days are prolonged. Yet surely I know that it shall be well with the worshippers of the Lord, that they may fear before him. So what he's saying is, yeah, those who live for sin, lives may not be cut short. He's saying, but it is far better to serve the Lord, which is true. Don't let this life and the way it shows be dependent on our view of whether it's good to serve the Lord or not, because it shouldn't be. It's good to serve the Lord because He is the Lord. Isaiah 2:12 through 14. For there shall be a day of the Lord of hosts upon all that is proud and haughty, and upon that is lifted up, and it shall be brought low. So what he's saying here is that nobody is going to be proud. Everybody's going to be humbled. There's going to come a day to where everybody accepts the Lord as the Lord. Many, it'll be too late because it'll be decided eternity where they're cast out. They won't be proud. They may be seeming to be proud and haughty now and lift themselves up, but one day they'll be humbled. It is far better to be humbled before that time and be submissive to God's will now, so we don't have to face the destruction. But a life with Him is so much better as well. There's much joy. We have Him take us through conflict that life normally would have. And the blessings we do have, it's so much sweeter when it's our Lord leading us. Verse 13, and upon the cedars of Lebanon that are high and lifted up, and upon the oaks of Bashan. So now he's comparing it to the world, but most likely it's these areas, the places of Lebanon, the oaks of Bashan. There are people in them areas. He's also making direct reference to the exile, saying, you look at these high places, you look at this ain't going to be here, you're going to be brought down, you're going to be in exile, you're going to be humbled. Because the Lord is going to break you for Him. Because your pride's going to lift up to these idols, idolatry and all this. And He wants you to be fully sold out for Him. We, even as Christians, can lift ourselves up to certain viewpoints and feel pride about ourselves. And sometimes God will have to break us down and humble us and take things away to where we just get back to the core of our relationship with Him. Verse 14, and upon all high mountains and upon all hills that are lifted up. This is more direct reference to idolatry, because hills, they would put idols on high places, oftentimes their temples, and Israel would do idol worship later and would be judged because of that. We as Christians necessarily don't serve actual stone or whatever idols, but we do put ideals. We sometimes put family before God, church before God, which I know is a little tricky, but sometimes serving God, you can serve God through the church, but sometimes serving the church doesn't mean serving God. So it can become an idol. We can put a job and make it an idol. We can make self an idol. And these are idols we, as Christians, most time battle. Whether we submit to that idol or have it removed is part of our personal walk. But there's always going to be things we struggle with. We're just not to lift them high up. Because the only one we're to lift high up is the Lord.